Sahana vavatu, sahanau bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavahai, tejasvinavadhitamastu mavid vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta, Gocharam Tamagocharam, Govindam Paramanandam, Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. So, we are now in the portion where Shankara asks us to give up our vasanas. So, verse number 267 we shall chant again. Jnate vastunyapi bhalavati vasana nadiresha karta bhoktapyahamiti dridhayasya samsara hetuhu pratyak drishtyatmani nivasata sapaneya prayatnat muktim prahustadiha munayo vasanatanavam yat jnate vastunyapi. Even after realizing oneself, bhalavati, the vasana which is very powerful and which is beginningless, anadiresha, beginningless, karta bhokta ahamiti dridha ya asya samsara hetuhu. This vasana which expresses as I am the body, I am the doer, I am the enjoyer is very powerful and that is very firm and it pushes you into samsara again. So what we have to do? Pratyak drishtya atmani nivasata. By continuously recognizing the self within and abiding there, sa apaneya prayatnat. That those vasanas have to be destroyed. Because munayo prahuhu, the great sages, they proclaim muktim tadiha munayo vasana tanavam yat. They say, what is mukti? Vasana tanavam yat. The destruction of all vasanas, annihilation of all vasanas is moksha. That is what said by the great saints and sages. So as long as the vasana lurks in the heart, there would be this samsara. So that is why Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, you have to kill the soldiers as long as they come out of the fort. Till the last soldier is killed, the fort is not yours, is not conquered. So one by one the soldiers will be coming out. You have to go on killing them till the last soldier is killed. So That is how all the vasanas should be exhausted. And we should not create new vasanas. Vasanas are created when we are careless. When we function with the idea of I am the doer, I am the enjoyer. And also whenever we are attached to the fruits of our action, the vasanas are created. This is what Bhagavad Gita says. Very beautifully it tells you. So therefore, we have to be very alert and always identify only the self, not the not self. Now moving on. This portion is very interesting. Here, how to give up vasanas are explained.
Beginningless one.
Yeah, beginningless means beyond time. Beginningless means beyond time because vasana means it's Maya at play. Maya means what? That is the cause of the mind. After mind only the time comes. So you cannot measure the Maya or the vasana or the avidya with respect to time. It is anadi, beginningless. Aham mameti yo bhavaha dehakshadhau dehakshadhavanatmani adhyasoyam nirastavyaha vidusha swatmanishtaya aham mameti yo bhavaha dehakshadhavanatmani adhyasoyam nirastavyaha vidusha swatmanishtaya. This bhava, aham mama iti bhavaha, regarding what? Deha aksha adau anatmani. Deha means the body, aksha means the eyes, etc. Adi means etc. Deha aksha adi anatmani. In the not self, if you have this idea of aham mama iti, meaning what? This body is me, or these sense organs, this mind is me, or they belong to me, they are mine. So if you have these ideas in the anatma, not self, such as body and the sense organs, this is called as adhyasa. Means we have seen the superimposition. It is not true. It is out of our imagination. Ayam adhyasaha nirastavyaha. This has to be removed, this adhyasa has to be removed. Nirastavyaha vidusha swatmanishtaya. How it can be removed? Only by abiding in the self. Swatmanishtaya. So it is not enough just when you get a glimpse of the truth. You have to abide there continuously. Then only this idea of aham mama will go. Because it is very, very deep rooted. The identification with the anatma vastu is very deep rooted. So just like that it won't go. We have to abide in the self continuously. Then only this adhyasa, this superimposition, can be removed. Which is imagined actually, which is not the truth, which is imagined out of our delusion. So that goes only by swatmanishtaya, by abiding in the self. See, in Bhagavad Gita, 3 kinds of wailing is explained. See, one is the smoke veiling the fire. That is very, very light. If you just blow it out, the smoke will go and the fire will shine. So when you have only sattvic vasanas, let us say, then it is not that difficult to remove the sattvic vasanas. Very less effort is required. But the vasanas are tamasic. Then it is said like the dust in the mirror. By just blowing out, it won't go. You have to take a cloth or something and you have to rub it and you have to wipe it. So you need more effort. Then the mirror will shine. The dust is removed, the mirror shines. But the vasanas are very strong and very tamasic, very base, very difficult. And it is said like the fetus coming out of the mother's womb, because it takes time. 9 months the mother has to wait. It will not just come out like that. So it takes time. That's what it means. For the fetus to appear, it will take time. So not by just removing something, it will not go. We have to work on it. So we do not know what sort of vasanas we have got in our heart, and how deep, how strong and all. Some people are very blessed. So they must have started long time back. So they must have purified themselves through different methods. So here they may have only a little bit of vasanas. So with little effort it can go. But some may have deep vasanas, very difficult. See, we see in the world, no? One who is addicted to alcohol. Howsoever he tries, he makes resolution. Only for maybe a day or two. Then again he comes back. The vasanas are so strong. See, actually we cannot condemn him, because we also have our own vasanas which we are unable to give up. Please understand. We have our own vasanas. So therefore, whatever may be the vasana, it is very hard. But we have to put forward effort in the right direction. But still, the vasanas are very powerful. It said, Bhalavati. Bhalavati means very powerful it is. Not easy. And especially if it is very tamasic, very difficult actually. That is why you have to be very careful while forming the habits. Once the habits are formed, very difficult. When the good habits are formed, it is very easy. See, that is why we have to be very thankful to our grandfathers, forefathers, because they laid down certain rules. Though it appears to be very strict, but it's good. Like you have to get up before the sunrise, you have to take bath before you eat, and all such things. And you should not eat beyond certain time in the night. Akala bhojanam it is called. Very not good at all. But nowadays they order food at 12 o'clock in the midnight and eat. My God, these are Rakshasas only. I don't know. So certain rules are laid down. A discipline. That is very good actually. Those habits are very good. If you form wrong habits, very difficult to break. I have seen it, very difficult to break the wrong habits. Because they are deep vasanas, that's nothing else. It's vasanas, deep vasanas. Otherwise, how can a person get addicted to a coffee? Tell me. Coffee is very bitter in taste. I don't know how people can get addicted to coffee. I don't know, it is like kashayam only to me, the very South Indian traditional filter coffee. I will do like this and drink. At least the instant coffee is better for me. So I don't know, because it's all vasanas. Some people cannot stay without coffee. Here no coffee is served. Some people are very unhappy about it. Swamiji, at least in the morning, why can't you serve coffee? Sorry, no coffee here. But tea is served. That is also, it's a habit. We want something hot. That much is okay. So habits are very difficult. So when vasanas are very, very different, like lust and passion and vasana for money, power, very difficult. Even good people, very decent people, when occupy high seats, power, they are very reluctant to leave it. Even though they are intelligent, even though they are very decent people. But when they occupy high positions, very difficult to renounce vasanas. They are used to such things. Very difficult to renounce. Absolute power corrupt absolutely.
Some of these vasanas is the mind is dictated by the mind only. The first one you quoted, for example, the alcohol. Sometimes I have seen it affects the body also. Even if the mind doesn't want it, the body craves for it.
Correct. See, it's all chemical reaction. So, see, the vasana is so subtle now. It is causal body level. So that creates desire in the mind and all those stuff. But ultimately speaking, everything is mind, in the mind only. I agree that way. But you cannot give sort of excuses saying that vasanas are powerful, what will I do? No. We have to try hard. But only thing is, the effort is there, and we should not condemn anybody, because it is all their strong vasanas. See, we have been little fortunate that we have come with less vasana, let us say. But some people have come with very strong vasanas. What they will do? They can behave that way only. So it is fine. So these vasanas, aham mama iti, is not easy. I, mine, is not easy regarding the non-self. Because they have been living for how many ages now? So therefore, only through right efforts in the right direction and through swatmanishtaya, abiding in the self, these vasanas can be removed. Moving on to the next verse. Jnatva svam pratyagatmanam buddhi tadvritti sakshinam sohamityeva sadvritya anatmanyatmamadim jahim anatmanyatmamatim jahim mamatim jahim. Jnatva svam pratyagatmanam. Having known this pratyagatmanam, this Atma which is within oneself, within the cave of the heart, what is that? Buddhi tat vritti sakshinam, which is a witness of the intellect, buddhi, and tat vritti, the modification of the intellect, the vrittis in the intellect. So this Atma is just the sakshi. Having known that also, it's not enough, because the vasanas can just take away the mind. And once again you may get caught into the non-self. So here Adi Shankara gives a wonderful direction. See, this is very important. According to traditional Vedanta Shastra, this is very, very important. Sohamityeva sadvritya anatmani atmamadim jahi. So he here advises, we have to maintain a continuous flow of thought. What is the thought? Soham iti eva sadvritya. Soham means what? Sahaham. I am that. I am not the jiva, but I am that Brahma Tattvam. So we have to maintain this sadvritti, he says. Sadvritti means very pure thought. Sadvritti. So throughout our interaction in the world, in our waking state, he says, we have to maintain this bhavam or this idea that I am not this body-mind. I am just the sakshi of the buddhi and the buddhi vritti. And I am that Paramatma. I am not this personality which is expressing, but I am that. This sadvritya, this thought should be maintained. For what? Anatmani atmamatim jahi. By this only you can give up the atmamati in anatma vastu. When you take this non-self as non-self, that can be given up. Otherwise not. So, number one, through Shravana Manana Nididhyasana, you to some extent get a glimpse of the truth. It is not total abidance. Even after that, the vasanas are so deep within us, it can take us for a good ride. So, till all the vasanas are exhausted, this seeker should keep this thought, sohamiti, I am that. Why? Because it is an antidote for the idea, I am the body-mind. Identification with the non-self. So, that is also a thought. I am the body-mind also is a thought, as only an idea, imagination. So here another thought is given. Actually it is a thought only. What is the thought? Sahaham, I am that. So when you can maintain the thought throughout the waking state, this thought will remove the ajnana vritti, the sadvritti will remove the ajnana vritti, and then both will go, the self alone shines. This is the idea given in the traditional Vedantic thought. So maintaining this, Soham is called as Brahmakara vritti. Brahma Akara vritti. This is not ordinary vritti. Brahmakara vritti, meaning it is of the nature of Brahman. This thought is of the nature of Brahman means what? It is not ordinary vritti, it's a special vritti. It is a bridge between the known and the unknown. See how to cross from the known to unknown. This is a bridge between the known and the unknown. It is said in our scriptures. It is maintaining this Soham vritti, Brahmakara vritti. Aham Brahmasmi, I am that Brahman, not this body mind, this personality. Here, there is a small, as I am pointing out, don't get confused. Here there is a small difference between Adi Shankara's approach and Bhagavan's approach. See, I am just telling you because when you read Bhagavan's devotees' writings, they point it out, they bring it out. According to Bhagavan's devotees, this idea of maintaining this thought is inferior to actually always focusing attention on the self. Because focusing attention on the self, meaning what? You are giving attention to the aham vritti which will subside in the heart. But they say it is another thought which keeps the mind active, they say. But according to Shastras, according to Adi Shankara, this is an antidote. It can remove. So Bhagavan also in Ulladhanarpada, he clearly says, these are helpful, but giving attention to the self is very important. He mentions there. But he says these are sahayam, means what? It can help. It can help to give up the identification of not self. But he says vichara is very important. Bhagavan points out. Bhagavan's devotees, some who are fanatical, they outrightly reject this. But traditional thought, see, so many Mahatmas have followed this path now. So they say this, maintaining this aham brahmasmi, or I am that, so aham, saha aham.
It's a form of assertion, is it?
Yeah, it is a form of assertion, it is a form of a thought maintained. Like, see, whenever we are functioning, we should not get caught into the non-self now. So that idea that I am the Brahma Tattvam, not this personality, that idea should be kept. But most of the time we forget it. See, even though we are seekers, in the heat of our activity, we forget everything. See, this is called as pramadam. Pramada means carelessness. We forget. And it is called as mrityu for a seeker. Mrityu means death for the seeker. So therefore, to keep this idea, even Bhagavan says it is very, very helpful. And here Adi Shankara says, this can remove the adhyasa, the imagination that I am the body mind, and to be caught in this samsara. So it can remove that. So this is one unique thing given out by Shankara, saying that throughout the waking state, you try to maintain this. Or assertion only, asserting oneself only. It is also bhavana. Bhavana means one with your idea, with your thought only. See, even Atma Vicharam to some extent is minds only, because we are trying to focus attention on oneself. Self will not focus attention on anything, because there is nothing to focus attention there in the self. But somehow Bhagavan feels it is more effective to give attention to the self rather than asserting, saying that I am self, I am self. In one of the verses, he has mentioned, it is like the drunkard, It is like drunkard saying, I am man, I am man. Arey, you are man, everybody knows. Why should you say, I am man, I am man? Are you doubtful about it? So, this sometimes the very highest standpoint, they little bit make fun of this also. When you say, I am that, I am that. Why are you saying, I am that, I am that? But for the initial seekers, this helps. Keeping this sadvritti it is. It helps. And the traditional Vedanta Shastra says, this is a bridge. This Brahmakara vritti, Akanthakara vritti. It's called the Akanthakara vritti or Brahmakara vritti. That takes you to the other shore. That is what the traditional Vedanta says. So here, to give up vasanas. What is a vasana? It creates the idea that I am the body mind. So to give up that vasana, the antidote is to maintain this so aham vritti. I am that. Sad vritti. So with that, the identification of the body mind with the not self is removed. Okay. Now moving on. It's a very interesting topic. Lokanuvartanam tyaktva tyaktva dehanuvartanam shastranuvartanam tyaktva swadhyasapanayam kuru Lokanuvartanam tyaktva tyaktva dehanuvartanam shastranuvartanam tyaktva swadhyasapanayam kuru. See, before moving on to this verse, maybe you know what? To give attention to the self is little difficult because, first of all, we don't know what is the self. And you know, even sincere seekers for 20, 30 years, they struggle. What is Bhagavan asking us to do, Swamiji? Focus attention on the I thought means, what is this I thought? Where is it? What is this? I don't understand. That's what they say. So even the seekers of 20, 30 years, if they have this problem, for the beginners or for the ordinary people, it is very, very difficult, you know, to focus our attention on the self, especially when you are distracted by the worldly activities. So maybe this aham brahmasmi or I am that thought is only a thought now. So to maintain that may be easier than maybe giving attention. Maybe that also one of the point. But whatever said now may be rejected in the highest platform. If you read Ashtavakra, there he condemns or rejects everything. This also he rejects. What are you talking? I am Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. He says, give up that also, he says. So, when you mature, when you grow, then whatever is said in one level may not be applicable in the highest level. But you cannot take the highest level straight away. You know, somebody the other day was telling, this Kaun Banega Crorepati, 15 questions are asked. So then you are given that money, prize money. So somebody asks, why can't you ask the 15th question straight? So, not possible. So if somebody says, you have to go this way, why can't you go straight there? If you are able to go ahead. But you may have to struggle a lot. But this is a step-by-step method. So that's how we have to understand, you know. See, very peculiar my situation. I have been groomed by acharyas belonging to Adi Shankara Parampara, and I am so in awe and love for Shankara. And the Swami who groomed me, he is a great fan of Shankara, a great devotee of Shankara. He says, Shankara thavara yarume illa enbaravar. Andalavu he is very devoted to Shankara. So in that background I was groomed. Even in Chinmaya mission, Gurudev, he was very faithfully following Shankara's philosophy, Advaita philosophy. See, even Bhagavan also, he is not going away from Adi Shankara's philosophy of Advaita, but his approach is, little different from the traditional methods. But when you go and start reading the devotees, the serious devotees only of Bhagavan, they take up vehemently, which Bhagavan has handled softly, because they are still greater than Bhagavan, na? So they take it very vehemently, and they say, oh, this is not good, that is not good, only this, blah, 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 they start. Then you get very confused. And you get shaken. Adi Shankara. That is why the balance is required. You need to understand everything in the right perspective. And I try to reconcile. It's not required also. Not trying to reconcile is required, but I try to reconcile. So this is a matter of contention when it comes to Bhagavan and Adi Shankara, especially Bhagavan's devotees and Adi Shankara devotees. Like the other person asked me, where is the Tatpada Nirnaya in your Bhagavan's philosophy? He is not talking about Tatpadanya. Then you cannot. That's how they approach. So therefore, I suppose this may be easier for the beginners than giving attention to the self. Maybe that. And whatever said now may be rejected later when you go higher and higher. That is why we should be under the tutelage of the Guru till some pakwa. Then he shows you the path according to your progress. So, having said that, in this verse 270, a very important thing is brought out. Lokanuvartanam tyaktva. Tyaktva dehanuvartanam. Shastranuvartanam tyaktva. Swa adhyasa apanayam kuru. Give up lokanuvartanam. Lokanuvartanam means what? Anuvartanam. Anuvartanam means follow it. Blindly following it. Without giving any thought. Lokanuvartanam means what? We follow the society blindly. Why are you doing this? Everybody is doing this. I have to do that. This is Lokanuvartanam. Why are you studying computer science? Arey, IT is a field, na? That is the hot field. Everybody is going there. I will also go there. You should not go there because everybody is going. You should go somewhere else. If you want to be unique, you should go somewhere else, na? Or art mandamar, everybody is going to IT. Now, every company, these top companies, IT companies, they come kuda allitu poranga over a year. They take the people and where you reach there, if you are satisfied with that, where you reach, maximum you can become a project manager or something higher than that. That is all you can become. Lokanuvartana means blindly following everybody. Then after some time you should get married. Why you should get married? No. That is how it is now. You should get married. Then you should get children. And they should. And the art mandai madri. The herd instinct, correct. Herd. Means if one goat, if one sheep falls, everything will fall. That is how it should be, polar. So this is Lokanuvartanam. See, most of the time we do things to please others, to maintain a standard. Otherwise, what will people think about me? See? I know a person, a very rich person. He has not taken Trisha, auto, in his whole life. And I asked him, why? No. We have not taken and we should not take. And he can only go in the car, hired taxi. He is a very rich person, no doubt. He need not. But you know what? He should maintain a standard. Otherwise, what will people think about me? So like that, for the sake of society, we do what unnecessary things and waste our time and energy. This is Loka Anuvartanam and create lot of asanas. Partying. Why should you go to party? No, that is how. Work hard during the week and play hard during the weekend. That is how it should be. And attending weddings, funerals. How many weddings you attend, I don't know. And everywhere same. Socializing, shaking hands and gossiping. It has no meaning. A sincere seeker, serious seeker should avoid all these nonsense, How long you will go on attending weddings, this, that, socializing. And giving post to the photographs. It's okay. So, Lokanuvartanam. Swamiji is the obligatory duty, Swamiji. Why? I have got a son, daughter. If I don't go, nobody will come to my son's wedding. That is good, na? Simple you can do and finish it off. No. I want to do it in a grand fashion. Why? Because that is how it should be done. And you spend crores of money. Theme wedding. Why everybody is doing it? Nowadays, theme wedding, not ordinary wedding. Theme destination. Go to Italy somewhere. Or go somewhere. So, Lokanuvartana means we do not know why we are doing also. But to keep to some standards. Or we are very concerned about what the other people will think about us. So, for that we do so much. That give it up. tyaktva. These are all vasanas. Lokanuvardhanam. And second, dehanuvardhanam. We go on pampering this body, serving this body day and night. See, deha anuvartanam. Blindly we do that. Yes, we have to feed it properly, exercise it, keep it fit. But beyond that, we go on, pampering this body. That's deha anuvardhanam. And whatever its demand, we freely supply. Immediately, okay. So this is deha anuvartanam, tyaktva, give it up. And shastra anuvartanam tyaktva. Shastra anuvartanam means what? We just follow and go on studying scriptures. This bhashya, that bhashya. And then we argue, we debate, hair-splitting arguments, and no end to it. He says that also should be given up. Why? That keeps the ego intact, occupied. So you will not have time or the mind to turn within.
So you discourage reading scriptures?
No, it is not that. See, you have to read scriptures, understand scriptures, but there are some people who are obsessed with study, and they go on, comparing notes. This bhashya means that bhashyakar has written that way, this bhashyakar this way, which is right, which is wrong, and then Brahma Sutra also. Like that, if you go on, they don't sit, they don't quieten their mind, and they don't meditate or they don't go within. Always they want to do that. Yes, they can write wonderful books. Nowadays, nobody reads books. They can write wonderful books and they can give wonderful lectures. And that is it. And everybody will appreciate them. He is authority on Adi Shankara, He is authority. But when it comes to abidance in the self, then he is carried away by his own mind. This lust and passion, greed, everything. And some sort of, kirti, fame and name. Then there is no point of bhuktaye natu muktaye. We have seen, it is for enjoyment, not for liberation. So, Shankara himself is saying, I am not telling you anything. Shastranuvartanam tyaktva. Give up this obsession with too much of study and all. Instead, after understanding the essence of the scriptures, sit quietly and try to meditate on the core themes or vichara. Inquire the source of all the thoughts and abide in the self. By that only you can remove vasana. That only you can swa adhyasa apanayam kuru, the superimposition which is imagined can be removed. Otherwise not. Otherwise you form another vasana, shastra vasana. And next time when you are born, you will be born in such environment where you will start studying Sanskrit from the age 2-3. And then your father and mother will be in Vedanta circle, in the study circle and all. And you start studying everything. That is beautiful. But once again, because of the vasana, you will not turn within. See, that is the idea. It is not that you should not study anything. Not that. Go on studying without any sort of practice or without any vichara, proper vichara, contemplation. It is not useful at all, I am telling you. And nowadays, people have got this kind of a disease I would say. I have gone and stayed with one Amma. She is a very nice Amma, very sattvic, very, very, pious. But she has got a routine. From morning till evening, she listens to at least 7-8 lectures of different Swamis. And she is not worried about who is what, which school of thought or what. But she says, I am very happy. But if you go on, information overload, and you don't think about it or apply in it or meditate on it, then what will happen? That is another time pass, I don't know. And that creates strong vasanas. After some time, when you can't hear properly, you feel very miserable. Then I am unable to hear to any lectures. What will I do now? I don't know what to do afterwards. See, after some time, if you lose vision, you can't study. Okay, I can hear. If you lose your hearing ability, you can't hear. Then you feel very miserable. So before that, you abide in the self so that you don't need anything from the world outside. So that also should be given up. Swa adhyasa apanayam kuru. This is how you can remove this adhyasa. By this, you give up all adhyasa with the body mind. Because the true self need no scripture. Because it's not bound. It is nitya mukta. The jiva only needs all the scripture. The jiva, when he's always, going out by reading scripture, discussing, analyzing, and Bhagavan says, by this mind only expands. It will not go within. See, it is really helpful, I tell you. It inspires you. It keeps you in a very different level. But if you get into this kind of Shastra sort of analysis and discussion and all those stuff, it may take you somewhere. Like getting caught in siddhis, supernatural powers. This is also another obstacle only. Getting caught into scriptural studies too much. Shastric studies. Then not Vedas are enough. Vedangas you have to study. Different darshanas. And then you go and approach different teachers. And you go on gaining knowledge. It's good. See, you can really give wonderful lectures and all. Means very, very nuances you can bring it out. But for you, how will it help you? It will keep the ajnana, the vasanas intact. Or in fact, it will add some more vasana. Shastra vasana. Very difficult to give up. So, by giving up all these three anuvardhanam. Anuvardhanam means what? Blindly following the society or the deha and its service. Service to deha or shastranuvartanam. Giving up, you remove the superimposition. Adhyasa, apanayam kuru. That is how the vasana should be exhausted. Moving on. Loka vasanaya jantoho Shastra vasanaya picha Deha vasanaya jnanam Yatavannaiva jayate Loka vasanaya jantoho Shastra vasanaya picha Deha vasanaya jnanam Yathavannaiva jayate Jantu. Jantu means, you know what? That which has taken birth. The living creature is called Jantu. Means we are all Jantus only. We have taken birth as if. So, for these human beings, Loka vasanaya, Shastra vasanaya picha, Deha vasanaya, Jnanam yatavan naiva jayate. Because of these three vasanas, Jnanam na eva jayate, the real knowledge is not attained. What are these three vasanas? Loka vasanaya. You have seen, na? There is strong Loka vasana. Some people are very good seekers, but they have to go to cinema every weekend. Friday, Saturday. New film means they have to watch. That is a vasana deep within them. And some people have to watch the cricket match. Even if it is a 5-day test match, they go and sit and watch 5 days. And I don't know how they watch matches for 5 days. Hare Rama. But they are very, passionate about it. They go on discussing about the nuances. What a stroke play. What did he do? And they analyze it. And with statistics, my God, everything in the fingertips. But that is all deep vasana. And now they, தூபம் போடுவாங்க அந்த வாசனைக்கு தான். இப்போ பாருங்க. Then now March, April, now the IPL starts. You go on watching IPL. And it is a tamasha actually. IPL is a tamasha. Why tamasha? CSK Chennai Super Kings. There is not even a one fellow from Chennai. I don't know why it is Chennai Super King. Chennai. Whistle podu. And they go on wasting their time. And they all get so much of money. And for them it is a பொழுதுபோக்கு because they have got money and most of the matches are fixed, they say. It can be true also. Otherwise, why should they go for an auction at Saudi Arabia? Why can't they do action here? Why should they go to Saudi Arabia for the auction? Huh? Everybody is here in India. They go to Saudi Arabia for this auction. Why? Black money. So money. So vasanas. Loka vasana. Like that we have got vasana for what? Browsing. And watching videos in YouTube. Whatever. Hearing music. Spotify. Swami, இதெல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு எப்படி Swami தெரியும்? எனக்கு எல்லாம் தெரியும். அனைத்தும் யாம் அறிவோம். So it's a very deep vasana, you know. Like குடிகாரன் கை கால்லாம் ஆடும் தெரியும் குடிகாட்டி. The drunkard, if he is not drinking, அது மாதிரி if you don't watch, if you don't browse, கை கால் நடுங்க ஆரம்பிச்சிடும். Swami, there is no Wi-Fi here. Swami, there is no Wi-Fi here. Yes, there is no Wi-Fi. ஐயோ, Wi-Fi கூட இல்லாமல் இருந்தாலும் Wi-Fi இல்லாமல் எப்படி இருக்கிறது? So people, youngsters, they get very, எனக்கு அப்படிதான் தோணும், கை கால் நடுங்குது உங்களுக்கு. So you give Wi-Fi and watching in OTT platforms. There is no end to it. OTT, you know what is? That platform you watch, all sorts of things you watch. And not only watching, after the discussion about that. When you go to office, then you discuss it. The serial, that series they watch. So it's a loka vasana. If you have so much of vasana inside, how can you give time to Atma, the self? So the first thing get sacrificed is the puja. Pavam, kadavul da. Puja is sacrificed. Japa is sacrificed. And dhyanam is shrunken. From 45 minutes to 20 minutes, dhyanam is enough today. Like, you know, in the schools also to cover syllabus. The maths teachers and science teachers, they usurp all the other classes, PT class, library, these, that, everything. And these fellows get very annoyed. And the whole class in pocha. Like that, you know, everything is taken out. Vasana only, this loka vasana. Similarly, deha vasana. Deha vasana sollave vendam. You know, the appetite from within for sexual indulgences and for all other indulgences. That is deha vasana and shastra vasana. Vasana, it is a vasana only. So, because of all these vasanas, what happens? Jnanam yatavat na eva jayate. The true knowledge doesn't happen somehow. Why it doesn't happen? These vasanas will not allow the mind to focus attention within. It will push it out always. See, you plan, okay, half an hour I am going to sit for meditation, and then I will do this, I will do that, and then I will watch that, or I will read this, I will do that. With this plan, if you sit for meditation, that half an hour also, you will be only wondering when this half an hour is going to get over. If you put alarm, let us say, you will be only waiting for the alarm. So means what? It's all very chumma meditation, that is all. See, if you are really serious about meditation, you will not have any plans. Everything can wait. This 1 hour or half an hour, 1 hour, I am going to sit as a seeker to turn attention within. And everything else can wait, not to think or plan about anything. So this is how we have to sit, if you are serious. But these vasanas will not allow you. Vasana for good food. See, 3 times you have to eat. That is how we have conditioned ourselves. So 12:30 is a sapar time on the So you sit for dhyanam for 11:30, 11:45, ayyo, 12:30 aiche. Pasikadu, but you feel as if you are hungry. You have to go and eat. When you eat, you cannot do anything. Like that, life goes on, you know. and then I have to chant this Bhagavad Gita, I have to chant this, I have to chant that, this is my routine, I have to do this, I have to do that, then Sri Ram Jayam, that I have to write for half an hour. You like that, if you put timetable, then how can you meditate? And that time is over, now Sri Ram Jayam. See, only when you cannot meditate, you have to write Sri Ram Jayam. When you can meditate, why Sri Ram Jayam? No, I have to write Sri Ram Jayam. Why? On the Maadu Madri. Ange pe ukkarum. Adu Madri, you want to write Sri Ram Jayam. Why? If you can meditate, why Sri Ram Jayam? Those who cannot meditate, they have to write Sri Ram Jayam. Those who cannot meditate, they can chant. But if you can meditate, that is the highest sadhana. If you can turn within, that is the highest sadhana. Then why should you go on writing something or chanting something? See, chanting helps. Definitely it purifies. I am not saying no. But if you can meditate, all these are only to help you to turn within and abide in the self. But if you can do it, if by Bhagavan's grace, if you can do it, then why should you disturb this and go and do other things? See, this is the idea. But we have kept a strict schedule. No, don't do that. See, some Mahatmas say you have to maintain a diary and keep a schedule, monthly. That is all fine. But if you can do some higher sadhana, the other sadhanas can wait. Not required. But if you don't do this also, that also, everything is gone. So, be judicious. If you're very inspired and feel like you're just sitting like that in samadhi, don't worry about other sadhanas. Let them wait. Yes.
Swami J. Krishnamurti says that structured sitting half an hour is bullshit.
Correct. See, what I'm saying, everything is true when you are somewhere. But to start with, certain niyamas are given. Na?
What does he recommend? What is his meditation about? With
Yeah,
24/7.
See, that is what? Sakshi Matram. Observe, watch and observe, don't get caught into anything.
Then you don't have to do sitting, etc.
See, that is what, but we are not doing that now. 24/7, are you able to give attention, not get identified?
Even 1 hour.
See, we get carried away now. See, when our minds are not so balanced and sattvic now, very rajasic and tamasic. So at least you practice sitting, not identifying with the body mind for some time. That practice will help you. See, different approaches given by different Mahatmas. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, when you sit quietly, do this vichara for 1 hour in the morning and evening, that creates some sort of a current, spiritual current, which can continue till in your day-to-day activities, he says. Different Mahatmas give different guidance. You cannot say one Mahatma is great, another Mahatma is stupid. It is not so. For the seekers, whichever is appealing, whichever he should take. But as you say, structured means what? Only this time I am going to meditate, other times I can do whatever I want. That is not the spiritual way now. So what I mean to say is, these kind of vasanas will not allow the mind to turn within or to seek the source. It will always keep it outside. See, therefore, the last 4 Atichudi is to abide in the self. So what we have given there, very important, Aimbulan Arutteri. Because of vasanas, the senses always go towards the sense objects. So that has to be curtailed. Otherwise, this mind cannot focus within. It will always roam outside only. So Aimbulan Arutteri is very important. Odungi iru. Then mind will again and again come out. Identify with the non-self. You should not allow the mind to come out and identify with the non-self. So Odungi iru. Again and again abide in the self. For that you need the grace of Guru. He revealed it through silence. So silence is very important. Not chattering. So Odamal Odinan. He revealed it through silence. And definitely the grace of the Lord is required. Audadam Arunagiri. Arunachala has been given to us by Bhagavan. So hold on to that. With the grace and blessings of the Lord Arunachala, with the guidance of the teacher, we can definitely abide in the self. That is the idea. So abidance in the self is very, very important. So these 3 vasanas, Loka Vasana, Shastra Vasana, Deha Vasana, has to be given up to abide continuously in the self. There is one more Ishana or Vasana, that is Putra Ishana, they say. To beget children. For they say, the Vamsa Vriddhi.
Putrasya gatirnasti.
That's what it is told in scriptures. So it is all karma kanda. That is fine. As a jiva, it is fine. But you are the self. You should not fall into all those things. So this idea of Vamsavriddhi is very deep rooted. Because from the amoeba onwards, this Vamsavriddhi is there deep ingrained. That is how the Lord is running this world. Meaning, Vamsavriddhi, to keep the species, intact, growing. That is there deep inside. So we want our legacy to continue. What is this parampara? Parampara means what? The father thinks his legacy should continue. Whatever he has been doing, dharma karya should continue. So he looks up to his son. Generally in our society, patriarchal society, they look up to the son. Because daughters go away into the another family. So they belong to other family, not this family. That is our tradition, our setup. So he looks up to his son because he only will take forward his dharma karya, his legacy actually it is called as. See, if he has been doing some puja somewhere, some ubayam somewhere, it should not go away. The son will continue. See, this is parampara. So if he is following some tradition, some values, the son will follow it. That is how he feels. It should not go just like that. It should be continued. See, this I was so surprised to find the same idea in sannyasis also. They want their disciples. Why? Because it is ingrained in them also. They want that legacy to continue. See? This is very deep ingrained. This is all ajnanam. Why ajnanam? What legacy you are talking about? You are not this. You are the self. Don't fall for all this nonsense. Swamiji, if I don't have a son, how will I reach heavens? Nobody is there to do my last rite. Go to hell. Enna Swamiji, you are not this jiva. You are the self, which is all blissful. Why are you nonsense talking all this? What will happen to me if there is nobody to do my last rite? Rama. While taking sannyas, we do our rite. Our own last rite we do. And we do the last rite for our father and mother also. Even though they are alive, we do it. Pinda, for touch. Meaning what? Everybody is dead for me. I am also dead and gone. So I cannot claim any rights from the society because I am dead already. So I don't have responsibilities also because I am dead and gone. See, that is why it is said, this Vaishnava Sampradaya, they don't touch sannyasis, tindal, because they are ghosts. They are not living beings. Ashaucha, they don't touch it seems, they don't. So, this idea of continuing the legacy, the parampara should flourish. So they will wait for son to come. Daughters, no. Daughters, okay, but I want a son, I want a son, I want a son. Why? Then only this Vamsha will flourish. See? It is all fine if you are caught up in this body mind, caught up in this society, caught up in this jiva bhava. But you are not this. You are the self. From the self stand. See, this is romba kashtam. You have to break this. You are not this. You are the self. Don't come down and identify with the body mind and say my parampara, my legacy, blah blah, nonsense, all those things. It is all in the mind. It is all ignorance. It is all imagined. Imagine from the highest standpoint, I mean. So don't get caught there. And the girls in the society, they get very, why only boys? Nangalam korachala. Are you are going to other family. You don't belong to this family. Chuma ungal saapadu podrom paavam men, petthittom men. See? You go away. They get angry, frustrated. This is male chauvinistic society. We are going to go against it. Feminism, blah, blah, blah. Go and bang yourself on the wall. This is how we will behave. Because sons are our own. They will continue our legacy. Girls will go to other house. So, only thing they are waiting to push that girl out before she attains puberty, those days. Or now, after attaining puberty, somehow finish it off. The wedding, gone. Yet gatva nani vartante. Don't ever come here. We will come and give you all seeds, anati, everything, gifts. Don't come here. If at all you come only with the husband. Because they are scared. Taniya vanda ukkandruvaru. And the brothers are also scared. You even inge ukkand sottula pangu kettuvaru. But now the government has changed the rule. No, everything is equal. I spent crores of rupees for her wedding, and I should give the sottu also. Yes. Then the brothers get the pinch of it. Then simple kalanam kuda podada. The idea of simple marriage has come now because sottula pangu pochulu kashtam pa. So these are all vasanas only, wanting to continue the legacy. See, you please understand, this is deep rooted in human. See, this girl, when she goes to the other house, she becomes one with that house, and she also thinks, I want only a son. See, if she gets a daughter, she is okay with it. But if she gets a son, she is happy about it. See, when she was there, she was very much affected by these kind of favoritism and all. But she also thinks the same way. She identifies with that family, that gotram. That gotram means that lineage. She is no more belong to this lineage. She goes to the other person. So she takes up the family name of that other person. She continues. And she also wants son because that lineage will continue. So these are all the vasana, deha vasana, putra ishna. I was talking about putra ishna. See, this is deep within us. Thank God it is within us. Because at least there is something. In those fellows, now they don't want to get married, they don't want to get children, anything. They don't want to be committed to anything. See, in the Western world now they say, we don't want to get committed to anything. We want sex, but not wife. We don't want children. See, because we don't want to get committed to anything. We want to be free, like a playboy. Go everywhere, play, and lead life. Earn a lot, spend a lot, go around the world, and be happy. Don't get committed to one girl or one woman. It's very, very sorrowful, miserable. And wherever you go, you will have new one. How wonderful it is. See, they don't want to get committed to anybody, or they don't want to have any children. At least if you go to Tiruvannamalai, every muhurtanal, there are 10, 15, 20, 100 marriages happening. I am so happy about that. At least number person they don't want to get married also. We will live together. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, we will go away. And no children. Why? Why to undertake the responsibility? Be happy. See? No BP. So nowadays our people, they don't have children, they will have BP. They will, oh, I don't have children, what will I do? What will I do? What will I do? He doesn't want to have. Who is wise? All this vasana only. I want to have children. And the social stigma is there, na? It is a problem. நம்ம சும்மா இருந்தாலும் விட மாட்டாங்களே யாரும் நம்மள. இன்னும் விசேஷம் ஒரு விசேஷம் இல்லையா? They ask for விசேஷம். என்ன விசேஷம்? These old ladies are terrible pain in the neck, you know. They go on gossiping, they go on asking this and that. What is your business? Why can't you mind your business? நான் என்னமோ செஞ்சுட்டு போறேன். This is how the youngsters now react, you know. What is your business? What is your problem now? Tell me. They can't keep quiet because they are very interested in your welfare. You are not interested in my welfare. I don't want you to get interested in my welfare. Get out. Keep away. This is what youngsters say now. Because noi. Now they know everything. Youngsters, they are not Krishna Papa. They know. They have got Google Guru. They know everything. When to get children, when to not get children, how to go about everything they know. So these people don't leave them. They eat their brains. They get very annoyed and angry. But out of respect, they cannot react also. So it is bottled up. All these are vasanas only. So Vitteshana. Lokeshana, Putreshana, Shastreshana. All these are vasanas only. Have to be given up. Otherwise, this knowledge cannot happen. Moving on. Samsara kara griha moksha michchaha ayomayam pada nibandha shrunkalam. Shrunkalam dani? Shrunkalam. Vadanti tajñā paduvāsanatrayam yosmad vimuktas samupaiti muktim samsara kara griha moksha michchaha ayomayam pada nibandha shrunkalam vadanti tajñā patuvāsanatrayam yosmad vimuktas samupaiti muktim. How beautifully expressed, see? Samsara kara griha moksha michchaha. This samsara, this relative existence, is compared to karagraha, prison. So we are all imprisoned. How we are all imprisoned? Ayomayam pada nibandha shrinkalam. Shrinkalam means the chain which is made up of iron. So we are tied, pada nibandha, our legs are tied by the iron chains. So, and we are put in the prison and we are there suffering. So the samsara is compared to this prison where we are bound, tied by this iron chain. This iron chain, vasanatrayam. So what is iron chain which is binding us? The vasanatrayam. These three vasanas. Loka vasana, shastra vasana, deha vasana. So by that we are tied and we are imprisoned in the samsara karagraha. So if a person moksha michchaha, if somebody wants to get released from this prison, then he has to first of all break this chain of vasanatrayam and then only he can get released. Vadanti tajñāha. The tajñāha means those who know the matter, the truth. They say these vasanatrayam, they are the chains, iron chains, which have tied us to this karagraha, the samsara prison. So, yaha asmad vimuktaha samupaidi muktim. Those who are free from this iron chain, this vasanatrayam, they alone can be really free. Now they are imprisoned as if in the samsara, and they are imprisoned because they are tied to the chain of vasanatrayam. So only when you get rid of these three vasanas, you can be really free and you can come out of this prison of samsara. Otherwise not. How beautifully expressed.
Putreshana is covered in Deha.
Huh?
Putra
Deha.
and Vitta
Vitta also in Deha.
in Loka.
Loka or Deha, both. Because they for Deha only Vitta, for the comfort and for indulgence only. Yeah, Loka also it can be included. Yeah. Here Adi Shankara has classified as these three. So, you are tied by these by these chains of all these three vasanas. If you want to become free, then you have to get rid of all these three vasanas. So loka vasana means you keep everything simple. Don't get caught into this world. You will not please anybody. You will not prove anything to anybody. You will live your life. Let anybody talk anything. You know clearly what you are doing and you keep to yourself. Loka vasana can be conquered. And deha vasana also. Yes, it has to be maintained properly, but not beyond that. Not given to all the demands of the body. don't go on serving only the body. So Deha Vasana should be curtailed. And then Shastra Vasana. Yes, you have to listen to satsang, you have to study and contemplate. But not chumma eppapar, valley lama. No, don't worry about that. It will all go. Moksha also at the end is an obstacle only. But don't worry about that because as you know, Varavel and the Vasana, Moksha Vasana. Adukulla the obstacles only, the Odachi Pota and see, not even started that Moksha Vasana. Adukulla, if you break it and throw it out, then where will you lead? Where will you be? Don't worry about that. Don't overthink now. Huh? Whatever Shankara says, you follow. Moksha Vasana adano. Adukku try panna kodado. See, mind is only creating this doubt because it doesn't want to get caught into this sadhana circle.
So, desire for moksha itself is obstruction to moksha.
Towards the end, not now. Appuram paathuppom adella. No, moksha pakke aarambikave illa. You have not yet started your journey to Trichy, let us say, from Chennai.
Moksha Vasana is for the ego.
See, adella irukku appuram paapom adha. You have not even started your journey. Now you are worried about the last stretch. Adu varumbodhu paathupo. Yeah, you have to keep. You have to keep. That vasana will destroy all the other vasana. Like that alum which is added is also dirt. That will remove all the other dirt and that will also settle down. Like that this Brahma vasana will take away all the Loka vasana and that will also settle down. So, something, see, somewhere we have to start. If we obstruct everything, then we will not start. And we need not start actually. Enna Swami, because we are already there. Where we want to reach, we are already there. So why to start and go away? This is J. Krishnamurti's way of putting it. So we are tied by the chain of three vasanas, all these vasanas. And we are imprisoned in the samsara, karagraha, prison of this samsara. If you want to be free, then do away with this iron chain, these vasanas, and be free. That is what said here. Another 5 minutes more, I will not leave you because I have to complete my quota of few verses. Because I have digressed so much because of this vasana, my vasana has taken me away. जलादि संसर्ग वशात् प्रभूत दुर्गंध दूधा गरु दिव्य वासना संघर्षणेनैव विभाति सम्यग् विधूयमाने सति बाह्य गंधे. We will read the next verse also because together only we should read. Antaschitananta duranta vasana dhuli vilipta paramatma vasana prajnati sangarshanato vishuddha pratiyate chandana gandhavat sputha. See here in the first verse the example of agaru is taken. Agaru is a very fragrant thing. In Tamil they call it agil. In English enna solla therilla enak. Agaru is a very fragrant thing like sandalwood, chandanam. Agaru also they use it for decoration and all. So there that agaru is very fragrant by its own nature, it is very fragrant. But when it comes in association with the jalam, water, after some time what happens, because it is in the water for long time, it starts stinking. See, jaladi samsarga vashat. When it comes in association with the water for long time, durgandha duta, agaru. And the agaru is covered with durgandha, with the stink. Though it is so fragrant, because it has come in contact with that water, it stinks. So, Divya Vasana, the Divya Vasana is covered, and instead you get a very horrible smell. Similar thing will happen also with the sandalwood. We are going to see that. So, Sangarshanena, what you have to do? See, Agaru is a very wonderful thing, but somehow because we have been careless, so it has come in contact with water and is now giving a very foul odor. What you have to do means nothing you have to do. You have to scrub. Sangarshanena vibhati samyag. When you scrub the Agaru for some time, all the stink will go. Sati bhakya gandhe, duyamane, viduyamane bhakya gandhe. The external stink will be removed and vibhati samyag. Then the original fragrance will reveal itself again. Similarly, antaschita ananta duranta vasana. Now the Atma is always pure, but it is covered by durvasana. So we are as a personality stinking. Stinking means what? We are very different, lustful, greedy, violent, because of our durgandha, durvasana. This Atma, the self, is always pure, Satchidananda Swarupam, but as if covered by this durvasana. So now what you have to do? And the Atma, the self, is duli, means what? It is as if covered. Vilipta. Vilipta means it is covered. So, prajñāti sangarshanato vishuddha, by scrubbing it with the right knowledge. What is the right knowledge? I am the Brahman, I am not this body mind. With that kind of the right knowledge, if you scrub it, vishuddha pratiyate, the purity of the self is revealed. Like what? Chandana gandhavat sputha. Another example of chandana is given. Sandalwood. Sandalwood also, you know how fragrant it is. But when it comes in contact with the water, once again it also stinks. So when you scrub the chandan for some time, the stink, the odor goes, the foul odor goes, and once again the fragrance, it appears. So these vasanas, they cover the self as if, and the pure self got covered, and instead the personality, which is good, bad and ugly, that projects itself. So to remove it, we have to continuously, whatever Bhagavan, Shankara has said, what? Soham iti sadvritya. We have to maintain that sadvritti of sahaham, I am that, aham brahmasmi. With that continuous aham brahmasmi thought, all the other durvasanas are removed, which are covering the self, and then the self, in its splendor, in its glory, it reveals itself. So here, two examples are given, same only. Agaru and Chandan, both when it comes in contact with water, it stinks. So you should not worry about it. Just scrub it for some time, rub it, it will go. Similarly, the Atma is covered with durvasanas. This Loka Vasana, this Deha Vasana, Shastra Vasana and all. So with this attitude of Sahaham, Sadvritti, this thought of I am the self or I am the Paramatma, Brahma Tattvam, with that scrub means what? This is the sadhana. If we maintain it continuously, all the other ideas, all the other vasanas are scrubbed and taken away, and the pure self reveals. So some people ask me, how to get rid of this vasana, Swamiji? By maintaining this aham brahmasmi or saha aham, this attitude, or by focusing attention on oneself, or by remaining as a sakshi, the vasana can be eliminated. So don't ever ask again how the vasana can be eliminated. See, the first and foremost thing is through karma yoga it can be eliminated. If you offer all your actions to the Lord and not expect anything from that, then the vasanas are eliminated. You become pure and pure and pure. And if you develop devotion to the Lord, definitely sattvasanas will be created, the wrong vasanas can be eliminated. And by either sakshi bhavana or by maintaining this sadvritti of sahaham, or by focusing attention on the self, these vasanas can be removed. So these are all the methods to eliminate the vasana, because these vasana are covering the self, And then the personality which is coming out of it is stinking. Stinking means but not that great. So to do away with this imagination of this personality, this adhyasa, superimposition, we have to practice this. Because these three vasana is as if the iron chain which is binding us to this karagraha, the prison of this samsara. So to get rid of it, we have to get rid of all these vasanas. And how to get rid? This is the way to go. To maintain that I am the Paramatma, I am not this Jivatma, and not to get identified with the body mind, and to always assert the self and remain as a self. This is the way to go according to Vedanta Shastra. You understand?
The pure self is also a sort of vasana.
What is that?
Pure self.
Pure self, there is no vasana.
Because Chandra vasana, you compare Chandra vasana.
No.
Removed by.
See, it's only example, don't exaggerate the example. Pure self has got no vasana. See, you are right what you are asking. See, Chandan has got fragrance, na? So that is, you are comparing the self also as good vasanas, something like that. No, not that. It's only an example. The vasana means self shines in its pure form. You can take it that way. Pure form is Satchidananda Swarupam. It has got no vasana. Self has got no vasana. Not good or bad. No. You don't create something new from your own hat. Huh? It is Shastra Virodham. No vasana for the self. Vasana is pure. So, no, don't create that. So, you can have Brahma vasana, as he said. Because of continuous think of Brahma, you can have that kind of Brahma vasana. Your mind will want to only think about Brahman, not anything else. That can be vasana. But Brahman by itself has got no vasana. Please. It is not conditioned by anything. It is free. Nitya Muktaha. Very clear. Adallan doubte kadayadu. Sada Vimuktaha. So therefore, there is no vasana in the self. No. His question is very, very logical. Because Sandana has got the fragrance. Durgandha it becomes. So if you scrub, the original good flavor is maintained. No? Like that, the self has got good vasana. No vasana. No vasana for the self. Self is beyond all the vasanas. It is pure means what? It is like crystal. It has no color, something like that. It is pure, original form. It is pure. Good and bad vasana belong to the mind. Shubha and Ashubha vasanas. Right? So, self is always pure. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.